Hi, everybody. Welcome to Meaningful Conversations. My name is Lelia. Today, I want to talk about a topic that is very close to my heart, and I want to tackle it from a different angle, if I may say. I'm going to talk about family, particularly family in the Black community. The other time I had gone with my friend on holiday, and I was just looking at the families that were around, husband, wife, children walking around the beach and so forth. And most of those families were our Caucasian brothers and sisters, and it's beautiful to see. But I was just thinking, where are we in this equation, So I think for me, family is part, or if not, the kingdom of the Most High. When the Bible says, seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, for me, family is part of that, When we are enhancing the kingdom of the Most High, I think it is when we are dying to ourselves to become the most so that we could serve those who are in our lives, and especially families. Going back to what I saw when we were on holiday, it just made me think about the effect of apartheid. And I feel like a lot of times people will think that, but that happened a long time ago, and what's up with that? But I think we don't realize that this was like a very strong and structured system that is still in effect. Like I don't know how to put it, we're still dealing with the after effects of it. There's still structural racism. There's still those effects, and we don't realize the psychology that went into it. That, for instance, the family structure was broken down, and they had to work in mines and leave their wives to raise their children all by themselves. What does that do? Raising a child on your own, every single parent will tell you that it takes a lot. It takes a lot, and it can become exhausting if you don't have support, And these women had to raise boys and girls in the same households, and children need a household that has both parents. Now, when the dad comes home, he's tired, and he cannot offer his children wisdom. He cannot guide them. He cannot be a role model to his son. The children cannot see the roles of both parents in a relationship. And that is a very crucial thing, because how do we learn? How do I know how to exist in a marriage unless I see one played out in front of me? How do I know what kind of a wife, what it takes to be a wife if I have not seen a marriage, as a real marriage, not Hollywood movies where we see them, the start where they just falling in love and we don't know how they make it work, And I feel like even as a people, if you really reflect on what we see in the media, we know how to fall in love. We know how to fall in love, but we don't know how to maintain relationships, right? But it's because most of us, we didn't grow up in an environment where we see relationships are really work. We only discover once we try and go into one, and we're like, okay, it takes a whole lot more than holding hands and kisses and whatever other things that people consider to be benefits of being in a relationship. So the apartheid system took that away, from families, and it wasn't just a system, an economical breakdown. It was also a psychological breakdown. It also had the intention of breaking down the family structure of you know black people, African people. And why was that important? Because family, that's where we get to know who we are. That's where we learn how to function. That's where we get our values. That's where we, like a whole human being, is built up and is made whole. And so I also felt like, as I was looking at our family structures today, that yes, we don't have the system of apartheid, but there's also that thing of wanting to hustle. We want to make it. We want to have a generational wealth, which is not bad, right? But as we want that generational wealth, now we are becoming hustlers. We are hustling. We got to get the money. We got to get the money. And I remember one day we met this young man. I was with my friends. We had gone out. So I like listening to people, and people do talk to me. And this guy I had never met before, he was talking to me. He's like, I have problems with my chick. I mean, we're great and all of that, but she doesn't understand that I need to go out and make money so that we can have the life that we wanted. So I'm like, okay, I hear you, Hori. You're worried because this woman doesn't want to listen to you, right? I mean, she's not understanding the predicament. But when you were pursuing her, did you have time for her? Or you were always on that hustling mode? And he was like, no, we did spend time. I'm like, so she's not crazy for thinking that you may have lost interest because now you are changing. It's not like she wants your hustle, she wants you, and that's another topic for another day. So I feel like today our struggle is the hustle sometimes has the potential to break down households, because it's like an imposter of the apartheid system, where men were made to go work in the mines and the women had to stay home and raise children, and the imposter is like, we're hustling, we need to make money, but you don't have time to spend with your families. You don't have things that you've planned that you want to impart on your children while you're still here. You don't have time to play with them or to get to know how they think and how they function and to learn from them, So for me, going back to families, I feel like it's so important to be aware that it's such a powerful force, a family that is rooted in the values that are very clear and truthful is very powerful. And for me, from where I'm coming from, our family structure is a part of the tools of the kingdom of the Most High. And I also think because of that, it's important to understand the purpose of marriage, and I think that if we walk into marriage without understanding the purpose of marriage, it's very easy for us to abuse it and to abuse each other, and therefore it would be like walking into a trap, so I'm also on a journey to really rediscover, according to the creator of marriage himself, what is marriage and what it's about, what it requires of me, what is its purpose. And if you are already married, I think it would be great perhaps for all of us to just go back to, the creator of marriage and to find out what it really is and how to function and exist in it. Because if it's something that you are in and something that you're pursuing, I think it would be fair for us to know that it is, and I believe it is, the kingdom of the Most High. It is one of the tools of the kingdom, and it is a place also where even as individuals, men and women, husband and wife. It's a place where it should be safe for us to bring healing to each other from all the hardships and the pain and the abuses that we may have gone through. If we are filled with all the truth and all the love and all that is required, in order to serve one another in that way. So that's all I have to say for today. That marriage is, for me, one of the most powerful things and the tools of the kingdom of the Most High. And it is a place where we can generate, yes, generational wealth, not only from a material perspective in terms of money or whatever, or wealth, but also from a perspective of passing down the truth of the Most High from one generation to another. So yeah, thank you so much for listening to the end. I hope everything makes sense. And thank you so much for the people who are commenting and who are subscribing and who are in support of us. It's very encouraging. Have a wonderful week. Thank you. Bye.